Cheers, and welcome to this week's edition of Tuesday Tea, a part of the Life of a Fit Pro podcast with your host, Andra Anderson. Here's the tea this week. Let me take a little sip. Isn't this the cutest little teacup? Okay, here we are. This week is Valentine's Day, so I thought it would be really fun to share some of my favorite moments from teaching fitness. And just a little, here's what's going on this week. I'm doing some fun giveaways and raffles in classes. I have a special class on Valentine's Day that's yoga with coffee, where you can get like a Valentine's Day coffee special or whatever you want. And we're going to do a lot of heart openers. So you know me, I love to dig into a theme, and I'm so glad that you're along for the ride. Okay, so some of my favorite moments in teaching fitness is a lot in 17 years, but I'm going to keep it brief. That's how we do on Tuesday Tea. So, the first thing that I think of is I love that sometimes I'm the first person to know your big news. What do I mean by that? A lot of times people will tell me first. I mean, obviously after like their spouse and their immediate family, if they're expecting, because as you could imagine, that could lead to some differences in movement in your body and your confidence in your movements. And over the years, I've had lots of people be like, nobody else knows. So keep it to yourself. But I know. And that helps me to share different variations and just be aware of what's going on. And yeah, I love being your secret keeper. So that's one of the secrets. Some people tell me early when they get good news, like they've had a good day and they just want to celebrate. I love having those moments of celebration with you. Something good happened at work, something good happened with a relationship, any of those things. Again, I love being your secret keeper. That is super fun for me. What else? So many things. Okay. When you come up to me after class and you say, that felt so good. I just melt into a puddle. Like I'm there like smiling with you, but I'm not actually in a puddle on the floor because that's amazing to say. Um, I also people will come to me and say they'll come in and say I'm not feeling good. I have a headache. But then by the end of class, they're like, "Wow, my headache went away." That is everything. That is everything. And just such good proof that when you increase your breath work, when you increase your movement, your body like recalibrates itself. Right now, look, if you are like doubled over tossing your cookies, yeah, don't come to class. Don't come to class. But if you have just a little like extra tension in your body or a headache, class might actually help you. Might actually help you. I had somebody say to me, your classes have changed my life. Again, puddle, puddle, puddle on the floor. That means everything. When you just take a second to say that, even just not even a big statement like that, but when you just come up to me after class and look me in the eye and say that was really good, though that is such a reaffirming moment of okay, good. You thought this was good. It felt good in your body. You recognize that this was important in your day. That's huge. That is a huge moment. So don't hold that stuff back. If you are feeling that, share it. Anytime you're feeling something good, please feel free to share it. Please come up to me. I hope that you feel like I'm approachable. I think that I am. I don't go anywhere. So I'm there. I'm right there with you. I love that moment. What else? I love teaching something and seeing it resonate and seeing you hit it. Like last night, I was teaching Pilates and I taught a move, one of the classical moves in Pilates that I honestly never teach because there are a few, this should be another podcast, but there are several movements and types of movements that I don't want to say I'm afraid to teach, but like I'm low key afraid to teach just because there are in a big group, it's really hard. Now, if I was one on one with somebody, absolutely, I would teach every classical move. But if you don't know somebody's different abilities, if you, I don't know, there's just some safety things that my like red flag goes up, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But I was feeling a vibe, and I went for it. That it, 90% of fitness instruction is feeling a vibe. You feel a vibe, you go for it, or you feel a vibe and you take it off. I can't tell you how many times people have walked into the room and I'm like, and I'm going to take this song off the playlist just because I feel a vibe. And I'm like, that vibe is not, it's not vibing. 90% is vibes. Um, but there was a move that I taught last night, and I've never taught it in a group class before. And y'all, they hit it. Every single person hit it in the way that made sense in their body. I walked them through it, gave lots of options, variations, lots of what we do in Pilates is layers. So we start with a base layer, and the base layer can be the entire move. The base layer is also hard, it is the move. But if you want to make it a little, I'll say, spicy, try this, do this with your hands, try this, try this, try this. And they all tried a different variation of it. And the thing that is exciting about that is like you're you're willing to be bad at something. You're willing to try something and see how it feels in your body. You're curious and explorative. And that's like that's all I can ask as your fitness instructor. Like just try. I know, you know, some of you are going to whine about it. That's okay. You can whine as long as you try it, as long as you give it a good try, just to see how it shows up, because you really don't know how it's going to feel or how it's going to show up until you give it a try. Now, that being said, I will not put you through weird moves that would hurt you. Like, this is a Pilates classical move, it's just not one that I teach. So now it is. Now I can say, now it is. That's really fun. I love sharing new things with you. I love seeing how those resonate in your body. I love, particularly like in high fitness, when we do burpees to the tempo on a beat. I love when you hit that burpee on the beat and like, I see it. There's this moment in your face where you realize what you have just done. And just know I am celebrating with you. Sometimes I'll call it out. Sometimes it's just that private moment between us where I'm like, I know, I know, I know. I love those moments. I love those moments. Speaking of those moments, I love those little moments where in class, like I'll lock eyes with somebody and we just have this like private little moment of haha, or oh my heck, or this is awesome. Like just a moment. I try my best to like work around the room. It's hard when I'm doing like new choreography. I try to be like upfront so everybody can see. But when we're feeling good about a movement or about a choreography, and I know you know it, I am moving myself around so I can go look into the eyes of every person, have a little happy moment with them, high five. We'll do a couple burpees together. I'll hit you with a hard challenge. Like if we're on the ground doing a plank, I'll be like, let's go, mountain climbers, something like that, so that we can have that private moment. I live for that. That is one of my favorite things in group fitness, is to make it feel like it's just you and me. I love that. And I hope you love that too. I think you do because you come back. So that's really exciting. I love when somebody comes to class, like this just happened last week, last Wednesday. And they were like, I've never done this before. Blink, blink, wink. And I'm like, okay, I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. And afterwards, okay, what did you think? How was it? Amazing. That means that you fought those negative voices in your head. You showed up anyway, and you actually liked it. Like that is fitness instructor gold. We just want you to try. I agree. Not every format, not every modality is for everybody. I get that. But I love it when you fight all of that and you hush all of that negativity and you come anyway. And you end up really liking it and being awesome at it. And I try really hard, if you tell me that this is your first class and you're like nervous or whatever, I try really hard to notice something really good that you're doing and call you out like happily for it. Like, okay, girly, let's go. Like, I'll use your name though. I try so hard to do things like that because I know how important it is. I want you to see that I'm recognizing that this is hard and you're doing it. And that's amazing. What else? I mean, oh my gosh, I love that our high fitness class will just rock with things. They'll just allow me to show up and say, "Hey, we're doing a reel today. Get your dance on." And they just do it. And it's so fun. I love that you are willing to try anything. And I love that you love to celebrate. And I love that you love to move. And I love it when you bring your friends and family. Like, what? That is the biggest compliment. When you bring people that you love into our fitness world, that is the biggest compliment. Like, hey, this is meaningful to me, so meaningful that I need to share it with the people who are the most meaningful to me. I love that. And I'll end with this. I absolutely love that you call me when you want to celebrate your milestone moments. You're getting married and you want to do a bridal class. You are celebrating your birthday and you want to have all your friends and family do a fitness class with us. You are, I don't know, you invite me into your workspace. I've had people hire me to do yoga for their work, their colleagues. Like that that is huge. Like more of that in 2026. I want to come to your place. Let's show them together how much fun we have and how amazing it is to move your body and feel good. Sound good? Sound like a plan? All right. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Tuesday tea. And that's the tea. I'll see you next time. Bye.